Hey mini enthusiasts, how are you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're all well and I hope you're having a great day. So in today's video, if you took part in the competition to win a classic mini workshop t-shirt, stay tuned because I'm going to do the draw in this video. And today I'm going to be talking about the Super City. If you have a look around the workshop, there is no engine here. So the engine, the cylinder block, the cylinder head and all the internals is now up with Stuart Gurr, and he started the overhaul of that engine and building up the Supercharger kit. So I'm going to talk about some of the choices I'm making on components and the specification on the engine in today's video. So stay tuned, I hope you enjoy this one. Let's get straight into it. Right, so I've just been up to Stuart Gurr, VMAX Scart. It's about an hour's drive for me, so it's not too bad. Had a good chat with Stuart, talked about the engine, we had a quick look over it. It's always a pleasure to go up to see Stuart and just talk engines, because he's a very knowledgeable guy. You know, he's obviously been doing it a long time and I really expect that knowledge and wisdom. So we had a good look over the engine. It was nice to see as well. So I dropped the cylinder head off there sort of 2 or 3 months ago now actually, and just sort of left it with him, no rush. He's already done quite a bit of work on the head. It's been ported and polished and ready for new valves and guides and that sort of thing. So it's nice to see some progress has been made there. Stuart had a good look over the engine. Bores, as we know, look pretty good. There's still some sort of cross hatching on there. It's not a high mileage engine, but there's certainly no indications of wear in the bores. There are some marks down the bores, which I showed in a previous video, where it probably looks like it's been stood for an extended period of time and maybe a little bit of damp has sat in there. But the great news is the position the engine was stopped in was halfway down the bores on all of the cylinders. So just a light hone should obviously sort that out. We talked pistons. So once the head is complete with valves in, Stuart will be able to measure the CC within the combustion chamber and be able to work out whether we're going to go with flat top pistons, which are the standard pistons that come with that car, or some dish pistons. The great news is Stuart has some dish pistons ready to go, so I guess we just need to make sure the compression ratio is right. But you can obviously make adjustments there by skimming the head more, and by adjusting the combustion chamber volumes. Now interestingly, some people in the comments, I've got an 1100 crank with the car. An 1100 is basically a stroked 998, so it means the bores are the same size, but the crankshaft throw for the com rods is longer on an 1100, so it gives you a higher cubic capacity. The problem with that is it actually makes the crankshaft a little bit weaker. So Stuart's advice was to stick with the 998cc crank just because it's a bit stronger, and actually the crank I had in the car is better than the 1100 second-hand one I had. So we're going to stick with a 998cc crank. I had put down for a centre main cap, but Stuart actually kind of said there's not much point in doing that. For the power we're going to run out the engine, which is probably going to be somewhere in the region of 80-90 brake horsepower, it's not really required. So we'll go with standard caps, and then obviously it's going to be all new bearings and shells. Camshaft wise, originally Stuart did mention an SW5 cam, and that would be very, very nice, but they are also very expensive. Last time I looked, around about 350, 360 pounds. So I think we're in agreement. I'm going to go with a Mini Spares Evo 001 cam, which is the cam I put in the racing green, and that achieved, after a bit of a tune, 73, 74 brake horsepower. So it's a good cam. It's more than a third the price of an SW5 cam. And again, everyone will, you know, say you should do this, you shouldn't do that, but you can get to the point where you just spend more money than the car's gonna be worth. That's the sort of danger, the money pit you can get into. So I'm trying to do this you know, not on a budget of a few hundred, but certainly on a budget of a few thousand. I don't want to go absolutely mad with it. I still need to do the gearbox yet as well. I will of course be going with a simplex timing gear setup with an Irish chain. So again, not going too mad, but it's a nice little upgrade, that is. Again, same as was fitted to the Racing Green, the Irish chains. I think they're well renowned for being pretty good. So yeah, just to summarise in terms of what Stuart's doing. So Stuart is supplying the VMAX Scart Supercharger kit. I'm going to get it in metallic grey finish. I'm going to get it with a 275mm charge cooler setup and the cast alloy inlet manifold. It's much nicer, looks a bit better than the tubular steel one. And I'm going to get a Weber 40 DCOE carburettor to go with it. The original 998cc block will be honed out. Likely we'll be going with new dish pistons and obviously new rings. All new bearings, cam bearings, big end bearings, main bearings, obviously new thrust washers. The existing crank, the mini spares Evo camshaft, the simplex timing gears and Irish chain setup. And I'm also going to drop the clutch and flywheel up to Stuart so it can be balanced along with the crankshaft. So I don't know what the final cost will be yet. I will obviously share that with you when I know. I've done some sort of rough estimations, and I think we're probably gonna come in, once I've done the gearbox, all the ancillary parts that go on the engine as well, I think we're going to be knocking on for sort of £4,500. So even though I say it's on a bit of a budget, you know, it still does turn out expensive. And timing wise, it's the beginning of November now. When I asked Stuart, he said literally 2 or 3 weeks, so we should have it back towards the end of November, which is absolutely great news. Obviously I'll still need to rebuild the gearbox, reassemble it all, paint it all up and that sort of thing, so it's not going to be running in a month's time, but certainly to have the engine back with all the work done on it will be, I'll be very, very pleased if I've got that at the beginning of December. Hey mini enthusiasts, how are you doing? I hope you enjoyed that first part of the video. It's about time we do this t-shirt draw. So I uploaded the video on the 12th of November and there was a competition to give away a classic mini workshop t-shirt. I have a sample here. All you had to do was name in the correct order the TVRs I have owned. So it was relatively simple because it was mentioned in a linked video. So thanks everyone that's commented and good luck to you. So as we stand today, the video has had 1,509 views and we've got 48 comments on the video. If you are unlucky and you don't win the t-shirt today, you can go and get one. I have a merch website. It's called Logo That Polo. Link is in the description. And they do all sorts of things. We've got tote bags, we've got jackets, we've got fleeces, scarves. They come in all different colours, all different sizes, and they are top quality. So a classic mini workshop t-shirt is £18 plus the postage. You can have it in pretty much whatever colour you want. And the sizes range from small down to 5XL. So that's like a tent. I'm sure you'll find a size to fit you. And you can have custom embroidery on it as well. So like on this t-shirt, I've got Super City. You could have your name on there. You could have your favourite project, whatever you want. So the t-shirts are worth £18 plus the postage. That video, it's a bit low on views. So if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it, please. 1,500 views. The YouTube millions, that has earned me £13.80 to date. So I haven't even covered the cost of the t-shirt, but Anyway, let's do the giveaway. So all we need to do is just copy the URL of the video. We're going to go into a random comment picker here, and let's put the web address in. It's found the video. Now we want to be selecting unique authors, so we don't want to be including the replies because it's typically me replying to comments. And what we can do is just add a filter in here. Now, one of the cars, the recent TVR that I own, is a Tamora. So we'll just do a search on any of the text that has got Tamora, and we just need to make sure that it's in the right order. So before I do that, my first TVR was a TVR Chimera, my second one was a TVR Cerbera, and as you probably know, I currently own a TVR Tamora. So good luck everyone. This takes no time at all, so fingers crossed. If you didn't win one and you're disappointed, then like I say, you can go to Logo That Polo and buy one, or maybe I'll do another giveaway at a later date, so get subscribed for that. So here we go. Good luck. Not even gonna look. And the winner is, well, let's check first, Graham Baker. And he said Chimera, Cerbera and Tamora. So Graham, that is correct. Congratulations. Drop me an email. So my email address is in the description and I'll get that t-shirt posted out to you. So well done. Hope you all enjoyed the video today and I'll catch you again on the next one. Cheers.